Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another week in Airway Trade. Last week was a banger. Last week was a really interesting week. We called out four pairs last week, and they all went in our favor. Okay, so currently we are on a week winning streak, 1 week winning streak. So this week I'm having same market this week, same market I had last week. I'm having the same market this week, with one additional pair, which is USD card. So let's get out to it. First pair on my list is GBP NZD. GBP NZD has been selling for the longest time right now. So what I plan to do is continue. It's just continue. It's just go with the trend. I simply go with the trend. I don't go against the trend. I don't counter trend or whatever. I go with the trend. So GBP NZD, the weekly is bearish. We're having this as our lower low, as our lower high, just like last week. So it has a very clean support and resistance zone. Okay, whenever we're below, we're selling. Whenever we're above, we're buying. Very clean support and resistance zones at this zone. If you come back, okay, come all the way back to this level, you see we have decent rejections at this level. So if you go down to the daily, and coming down to the daily, you see the daily is also bearish. We are having this as our lower low, this as our lower high. Last week we were having bullish, higher high, higher low. Then we had a new high. Then we had this low. Then during the week we had this candle body close below this higher low. Then we are having a lower low, lower high. So this market is what is bearish. So now coming down to the 4 hours, the 4 hour is also bearish. So we are having the 3 time frame in our favor. 3 time frame is bearish, having this as our lower low, this being our lower high. So what I'm simply waiting for right now is for this market to pull all the way to my area of interest, give me that nice rejection, break below, retest, then I'll go in for a sell. Take my entry on the 2 hours, just like I did last week. Took our entry on the 2 hour with a bearish engulf as at this level right here. This was last week trade, beautiful trade. So right now I like the way this market is, where this market is right now, and the market structure just as at this level. I like this, very decent price action. All right, so right now the next pair on my list for this week is GBP AUD. GBP AUD has also been selling for a while, and I've been selling into a while as well. Okay, if you follow up on me, you will know I've been selling this market for a while. Up from this level, I've been selling this market since November 2025. November 2025, I've been selling this market up onto this level. All right, I've been selling that. So I also sold this market last week, and right now we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Okay, on the weekly we are bearish. Every week we keep having a new low on this week, GBP AUD. So we have lower low, lower high. This week there's a high chance, okay, of this market giving us a new low. Coming down to the daily, on the other hand, daily is also bearish, having this as our lower low, this as our lower high right here. All right, so and on the daily we are at a very clean support and resistance zone, very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are above, we are using it as a support. Whenever we are below, we are using it as a resistance. All right, so right now we are back as at this zone again. The last time we were at this zone, which was this, was in 2024. That was the last time we were at this zone, and now we are back at this zone again. Okay, in 2026, coming down to 4 hour. On the 4 hour we are bearish on the 4 hour as well. So we are having a 3 time frame in our favor. In this, we are having a 3 time frame bearish. So all we are waiting for right now is for this market to pull all the way to this zone, give me that rejection. As at the retest, start going for a sell. Okay, this is our lower low on the 4 hour, and this is our lower high. So our entries still remain the same 2 hour entry, just like last week. This was last week trade. We had a doji candle as at this level. We either use indecision candle. I will call this an indecision candle, but other traders might call this doji, but I call this an indecision candle right here. And this is also an indecision candle. This is my entry that I use for all my trade. Either I use the indecision candle or bearish engulf. This is a bearish engulf or a bearish tweezer. So next trade on my list is JBP card. I'm also interested in JBP card. JBP card is also on a bearish move. Okay, it's also on a bearish move. So this market has been selling for a while as well. we are having this as our lower low on the weekly, this is our lower as our lower high, and the market is at a very clean support and resistance zone. I like the fact that the weekly, this current last week closed below us at this zone. So we are having last week already breaking out of the zone. So coming down to the daily, the daily is also bearish. We're having this as our lower low, and this as our what? Our lower high as at this level. And you can see the daily has also closed below this zone. So all we are waiting for right now on the 4 hour, okay, is this market to push all the way to this level, retest this zone, break below. As at the retest of this zone, I will be looking to enter this trade. Coming down to the 2 hours, where I always get my entry from. Looking to take my entry on the 2 hour. Last week, this market didn't give me that break retest. Okay, this market broke out of this zone, and now it's coming back to give me a retest this week. Although my area of interest this week is a bit different from my area of interest last week. All right. So the next pair on my list is Euro AUD. Euro AUD, we also saw this market last week. Like I said, as I mentioned before, I go with the trend. I don't go against the trend. And this market is on a bearish trend. This market is on a bearish move. Okay, it has been selling for a while. It has been selling for a while as well. This has been our weekly lower low, lower high. And we are having this market at a clear support and resistance zone. Okay, on the daily, on the other hand, daily is also bearish. This being our lower low, this being our lower high. And I like the zone that this market is at, this area that this market is at a very clean support and resistance zone, just like we had last week. On the 4 hour on the other hand is bullish. So we are having weekly bearish, daily bearish, while 4 hour is bullish. So 4 hour is bullish. We are having this as our lower low. This was our lower high. Market took out this high, body close above this high. Then we are having higher high, higher low. We had a new higher high, higher low, and this market hasn't body closed below this guy, below this higher low. So we are still higher high, higher low. So what I'm waiting for Euro AUD now. So this market to break out of this zone, close below. At the minute we have that close below, we are going to have a shift in structure. This is going to be a lower low, lower high. As at the retest, I'll be going in for a sell, and we'll still take our entry on the 2 hours. Entry is being taken from 2 hour, 1 hour, and also 30 minutes. Same candlestick, same candle formation, indecision candle. Okay, we use for all our trade. So the last but not the least, USD card. USD card is a pair that I love. I like a lot. I enjoy trading this pair. USD card is, I like the price action on USD card. I've sold this market for a while. Okay, so this market is at a very, very solid zone. It's at a very solid zone, at a very solid support and resistance zone. I actually didn't sell this market because this market was consolidating as at this zone. So this week I'm seeing more of a breakout on this zone, from this zone this week. So on the weekly we are actually bullish on the weekly. We are bullish on the weekly. This was our previous lower low. This was our lower high. So we had this candle right here, this candle, this bearish candle, body closed below this low. So we are now having a new lower low. This was our lower high. Then we had this bullish move, this bullish engulf, body closed above this high at this level. Then we are having higher high. This was now a higher low, and this candle didn't body close above or below. So we are still bullish on the weekly, higher high, and this being our higher low. So the weekly is bullish. The daily on the other hand is bearish. We are having lower low, lower high. Then we had a new higher high because this guy body closed above this high. We're having higher high, higher low. Then this candle body closed below this higher low. So we have a shift in structure. This is now a lower low, lower high. So lower low, lower high. No candle has closed above or closed below. No candle has closed above or closed below. So on the daily, we are bearish on the daily, and we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are above it, we retest, then we buy to the upside. And whenever we are below it, we retest, then we sell to the downside. Now this market is looking more of a bearish move on the daily. We are already having a lower low. These are lower high. So what we are waiting for now is a breakout, retest for me to sell this market. On 4 hours on the other hand is also bearish. We are having this as our lower low, lower high. Okay, lower low, lower high. The last time I actually saw this market was at this level, which was February 2026. Okay, that was the last time I saw this market. Ever since then, I haven't been able to like see this market. I haven't seen no trade on this pair ever since then. So right now, I'm looking for this market. I'm going to be patiently waiting for this market to break out of this zone. As I the retest, I'll be selling just like what it did here. Then we'll come down to the 2 hours for my entry. Entry still remain the same: 2 hour, 1 hour, or 30 minutes. So once I have that breakout, I'm going to wait for this market to give me a retest. The last time I traded this market, I actually got my entry on the 30 minutes. Got my entry on the 30 minutes, and the 30 minutes gave me what a bearish indecision right here. Same thing other pairs has been giving me. Is this a coincidence, or is the market simply repeating itself? So long story short, the market do repeat itself. All right, the market do repeat itself. So this week I'm simply waiting for the market to repeat itself, just like it did as at this level. Broke below as at the retest, gave me an entry. I entered this market to the downside. Now we are at this level again. Once I have that breakout as at the retest, go down to the 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes and look for my entry. Although this week I'll be more focused on taking my entry from the 2 hours. Okay, so once we get our retest as at this zone, we're gonna have that fall. All right, so that's pretty much it for this week. I'll be posting a market update on Friday, so stay tuned for Friday if you want to see how all this market have broken down will play out. Stay tuned on Friday. I'll be posting everything, and I'll be doing the market updates, and I'll post it here on YouTube as well. So if you have not yet subscribed, click the subscribe button, like this video if you find this video educative or helpful in any way. So that's pretty much it for this week. It's currently Friday, it's currently Sunday, 5:50 p.m. Sunday, March 1st. Happy new month to every one of you. So right now, have a great week. Keep your head in the game, all right, and stay tuned. See you on Friday.